Welcome to your favorite kids show, e-Ananse Kiddie Reads. I'm your favorite host, Ernestina Bafo from Blessed Home Academy. This program is live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. To help us with today's reading is
Priscilla Mrekua Ejari from West End International School
and
Priscilla Jampa from Queen Academy.
Today, we promise to give you another great story filled with good morals and good virtues. Alright, if you just joined us, this is your favorite kids program, e-Ananse Kiddie Reads, where we read interesting stories that promises to change and impact your kids. So girls, what are we reading today?
I think we should read Ananse and the Magic Basket.
How I wish we can read that book. But being in the house for long since COVID-19, why don't we even go to school? Since we hope to go to school very soon.
Yes, let's read that story. It's very interesting. If you look at how Lulu went to school, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you, my sisters. Let's read that book.
So who is starting?
Okay, I will start.
So, Priscilla, please, can you start?
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a little village on a hill. Her name was Lulu. She lived there with her granny Ola. Lulu and Granny Ola lived happily in Granny's little house on a green hill. Granny Ola was very nice and was loved by all. Lulu loved her very much. Every morning, Lulu sat by the window in her granny's little house and watched as the other kids went to school. She wanted to go to school too. One evening, as Granny sat knitting in her cozy chair by the fire, Lulu asked, "Can I go to school, Granny?" Lulu's granny smiled and said, "Of course, you can, my dear, when the time is right." She smiled again and went back to her knitting.
This story is entitled Lulu Goes to School, written by Delali Abemega and Juliet Buntungu. This story talks about a little girl who wanted to go to school. She lived with an old grandma called Ola on a little village in a hill. This girl had a lot of desire for school. So, ladies, what is Lulu lacking? We think Lulu is lacking something.
Yes, I agree with you, my sister. Indeed, Lulu is lacking something.
So, what could she lack, or what was she lacking?
Not going to school, of course.
So, let's talk about some of the disadvantages of not going to school.
Yes, I believe not going to school. You will lose the opportunity to learn from many great people and other academic professionals.
To add to what my sister said, not going to school may prevent you from becoming a successful person in life. It will not let you to achieve your dreams, aims, and goals, and you will not know how to talk, how to behave, how to ask and answer questions.
Furthermore, not going to school as a child may lead to loss in formal knowledge. Knowledge, they say, is the acquisition of information. We go to school to learn different subjects like social studies, science, English language, mathematics, and many more. In our social studies syllabus, we are being taught in environment. Children who don't go to school may lack the knowledge to keep the environment clean, since they don't have access to these information being taught at school.
Yes, and it may lead to indiscipline and loss of some relevant values taught at school. Some children go to school, are taught discipline and other important values, such as greeting, respect, hard work, and other things. If a child doesn't get the opportunity to learn all these values, he or she will not get a great future or a good future.
Also, I believe not going to school may cause stigmatization to the child and bring the loss of confidence. Most children who don't go to school are always discriminated by their friends or peers. If children are talking about anything related to their class, those who don't go to school are mocked at and most at times laughed at, and this brings down the loss of confidence to the child.
Yes, it may also lead to increase in social vices. Children who don't go to school find it very difficult in getting a good job. When this happens, they will be attracted to certain social vices such as prostitution, stealing, drug addicts, and many more, which may end up affecting the nation. Parents, please help us not to be in Lulu's state of not going to school. Miss Priscilla, please can you continue for us?
The next morning, Lulu sat by the window and watched as the kids marched merrily to their school. She had an idea. Lulu wore her best dress quickly and followed the kids going to school. She walked quickly and slowly behind them until they got to the school. Lulu watched silently as the kids walked into their classroom. Soon everyone was gone. Lulu was lost and didn't know where to go. She sat outside one of the classrooms and tried to listen through the window. The teacher had a nice voice. She was singing to the classroom. Suddenly, Lulu heard a voice behind her. Who are you and what are you doing here? It was the headmaster of the school. Lulu looked up bravely and told him, my name is Lulu and I want to go to school. I want to be in class with other kids, she added.
The headmaster smiled gently at Lulu and asked, where do you live? Let me take you home. The headmaster took Lulu to a granny's house and knocked on the door. Granny opened the door and let them in. She looked worried and asked Lulu where she had been. She asked Lulu to go to her room while she spoke to the headmaster. Lulu could hear them whispering from her room. She hoped she was not in any trouble. The next day, Lulu sat by the window again to watch the kids go to school. This time, her granny came to her and said, get ready, Lulu. The time is now right. You are going to school today. Lulu smiled happily and hugged her granny. She was finally going to school. She was finally going to school. Girls, at last, Lulu has gone to school. She studied very serious to spell new words and also how to write. So what are some of the advantages of going to school, or why should we go to school as kids?
I believe you go to school to develop our great network, which goes a long way to help us to connect us in future in the area of employment and other appointments. And people are employed through education in the area of traveling and other appointments. If he or she had not gone to school, they wouldn't have met that friend who gave them the job or traveling opportunities.
And also, we must go to school as children because going to school helps us to know new things and know things like how to talk, how to dress, and how to answer and ask questions.
Furthermore, we go to school to learn from experts. We don't acquire knowledge from only our parents, but we also learn knowledge from our teachers, schoolmates, and other staffs at school.
I believe you also go to school to develop our talent, that is, through various clubs at the school that focuses on particular hobbies and interests of the students, such as sports club, entertainment club, robotic club, literature club, and among others.
And also, it helps you to be civilized and have a good character to parents and other elderly people.
Yes.
Furthermore, going to school teaches us some social skills we need in our future lives and careers. We go to school to learn social skills like how to eat, how to talk, how to dress, and even how to walk. Going to school also helps us with our future lives and careers by teaching us how to do our assignments, going to work early, and coming on time. When these virtues are planted in a child,